Thanks for tuning in to another video. Today we're going to be showing you how to remove your rear tow hitch on your 88 to 98 OBS Chevy truck or reinstalling it if you do it the other way. So stay tuned, keep watching. Why am I removing my tow hitch on my 98 Silverado? Well, I think it looks a lot sportier, one reason. Two, eventually if I do decide to remove this bumper, we're going to do a roll pan and a hidden winch in the roll pan, which I've always wanted to do. I just never got around in doing it, but I think it just looks a lot cleaner, a lot sleeker, and if I need to, I could always tow my Land Cruiser. So let's go ahead and remove this. I just think it takes away from the look of the truck. So when I bought this truck, I wanted the tow package, so that's why it has the hitch. It came from the factory. So let's go ahead and start removing this rear hitch. And if you're here for the first time, if you do everything backwards, then it's installing it. So keep watching. And while you're here, don't forget to hit a subscribe and a thumbs up, and let's get underneath. Before we move forward, make sure to pull out one of these out of your toolbox or out of your shed and throw some on there on the bolts. That's what I did. So I pre-soaked them. Saves your lives, saves your knuckles mainly. But yeah, big shout out to our friends over at Blaster for always taking care of us. A pro tip, because 2 on each side, so there's 6 bolts, 3 on each side. 2 out of the 3 have a nut. To make it a lot easier, we're going to go ahead and bring down our spare tire. You might not have to. You probably use it with the smaller open wrench, but I think it's going to be a lot easier just to go ahead and drop our spare tire. So luckily I still have my OEM spare tire toolkit. This is the original spare tire from 1997. Alright, so now with our spare tire out the way, it gives us access to the inside of the frame, so it's going to be a lot easier to get to this bolt. This bolt right here has a nut, but the front one doesn't, so we can start off with the front. And remove this one to make it a lot easier. So we put a crescent wrench because I didn't have the right open wrench, so should work. Help us out. Again, this is a lot easier with the spare tire out of the way. Also, good time when you remove the spare tire to soak it with pblaster from the top side. A lot easier. So we took out the middle one. Now we're going to go ahead and loosen up the other side. I'm going to go loosen up the other side, and then we're going to put our spare tire underneath the front of the hitch, so that it will protect us. So when we release the bolts, we'll be fine. So right now these 2 are loose, so let's loose the other side. Can't wait to put a new exhaust. That one's bad. So let's put the spare tire underneath the hitch. From it helping us drop it down to it without falling on our body. All right, so there you have it. The rear hitch, OEM hitch, is out. Obviously the same way to put it up. It's not too heavy, but if you have a helping hand, it'll probably be a lot easier, or if you use a jack. But you always have to be careful with obviously protecting yourself and your eyes and your face and all that, and your fingers. So I really recommend probably having a second person give you a hand putting it back on. So for the most part, it's pretty easy. Just make sure you know, you wear the right protective gear like I mentioned. Give a little PB blaster or blaster on there to help you out with the soaking of the nuts. Make sure it gets a lot easier to remove. Obviously, depending on where you're at, you know, the rust conditions and stuff like that. So it's pretty easy, not too hard. Again, so that's how you remove and install a rear hitch on an 88 to 98 Silverado. I brought my truck back up a little bit, maybe about an inch. But that's okay. Eventually what I'm going to do is put a hidden hinge behind the license plate, whether it's on the OEM bumper or a valance. So thank you for you guys for watching. Make sure you hit a subscribe and a thumbs up, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.